Games last night.
We are live. Hello.
Hello. Who's out
Y'all,
there?
you should have seen us in these last 10 minutes. We haven't done this in so long. We're like, wait, how do we make this work? And what do we
What is
Oh,
this thing?
this isn't right. This isn't. I can't get how yeah. So, but we're here.
We're here.
We're here. Good morning. Sorry if there was confusion. I am in the central time zone right now. So when I set the time, it set it at central, not on Pacific time. So you might have seen a little thing at 6:30 saying, "Hey, it's time for the show." We were in bed.
Pammy knows.
Pammy knows. Good morning, Pammy. Thank you for joining us. You were ready. You saw our posts. Yes, always go by our posts.
Yes. Yes.
Especially when we're not in the same time zone. Wow. Yeah, we haven't been on here for, I think, since before our show.
Yeah. Yeah, before the show.
I think that was the last time we were on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So our show was December 17th. And it was a lot of fun. So much
fun. A lot of fun. Yes. Thank you. Pammy was there in person. Thank you.
Pammy won some prizes in our raffle.
She won all the prizes.
She won all the prizes. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Richard.
Hello. So nice to see everybody. It's been a while. Pammy says the show was fantastic. You know what? It was fantastic. And it's not that we're saying we're fantastic. I mean, we're fun. We're super fun and we're pretty fantastic. But mainly, I think our biggest skill is gathering all these amazing people together in one place.
Yeah, the most amazing people. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really, honestly, that's our superpower.
Oh, the days when I could walk.
Oh, remember that when you could walk? Yeah, some of you might have seen some posts about Claudia. Claudia, let's catch us up on what you have been doing.
Well, I was also just recalling last night, and this is something that you knew about it, a couple of people knew about it, but like even before this, I had some pretty major car issues going on. And it was and I was like, is this how we're starting 2024? God damn it. And then it got worse.
Yeah.
Pammy, I am feeling okay today. I'm feeling good. The back, the incision, I had back surgery a week and a half ago. Very randomly. But still the issue that caused me to go to the ER was that I started feeling some numbness in my foot a couple of Mondays ago. And then the next morning I went to work for a little bit and then I just couldn't feel my foot completely. So it's just like flopping. It was just like in first position, couldn't stand on it, couldn't get a grip on it.
That must have been so scary.
It was the weirdest. It's in it and still is the weirdest thing. But I took myself to the ER because I was like, I need to see a doctor like now. Like I couldn't wait. And they fast tracked me for an MRI. My spine is not great. Like in general, all of it is not great. But they were just kind of like, we got to get in and have surgery right away so you don't lose feeling in your foot. Again, I don't know. Like, I forget how this works.
It's opposite land.
So I had the surgery. It was a little bit more major than my last back surgery. So it's been a little bit more painful. It's been, I've got staples this time instead of my little dissolve. Oh, I look like Frankenstein's monster.
Oh,
and my mother was like, my sweet mother. So Bill was here right away taking care of me. And then my parents came into town and my sister Amy, and they really took great care of me. But my mom was like, send me a picture of the incision. And she was like, oh, that is not like the last time. I was like, no.
Yeah. So you're right, like, Pammy. Good thing she didn't wait.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did want to wait. And I was trying to talk the doctor into like maybe in 2 weeks. And he was like,
Mm,
the damage could get so much worse that, you won't ever. So that's what we're working on. We're working on trying to get the feeling back into my foot. I've got this sexy little boot that keeps my foot at a right angle because I still can't do anything with it. So I don't trip over myself and my tendons stay.
And for those of you who don't know, Claudia grew up as a ballet dancer. I mean, that's part of who you are.
And that's like a big thing too, is like and for any injury, any surgery ever, and nobody really ever talks about it, but like the mental and emotional stuff that you go through, that nobody gives you a therapist after your surgery. You get a physical therapist.
Really should.
They should. They give you a physical therapist, and then but yeah, it's like I don't know when it's gonna come back. I don't know. You just work on it, and I'm trying, but it is the weirdest thing.
I can imagine. And you were talking about your incision. Now, I may want you to send me a photo, but do me a favor and don't post it because I have a friend who
I know people that post
horrific shoulder surgery and it's going down. And Annie, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but put a trigger warning, something. I'm scrolling past and I'm like, oh, holy shit. And I love horror movies.
Yeah. No, just look up a zipper. Like that's what my back looks like. It looks like I have a zipper on my back.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm not curious. But I just don't want to be surprised by it as I'm scrolling through my dumb ads or whatever.
I'm kind of obsessed with it. And so I've got to go back on this coming Friday, to see my surgeon, get a follow-up, and then they're going to take the staples out. And I'm like, I kind of want to watch. Like, is there a way to like
how do they know?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's like, is it like,
I mean, it's your back. You move, I mean, I guess they're doctors. I guess they went to school for this.
I guess they know.
They might.
I was supposed to like wait 14 days to get it wet or whatever, but I was like,
see, what if they take
a shower? I took a couple showers. Okay, so
oh my God, you're making me shiver. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
they give you all the good drugs too, so it's not like it definitely had a couple of way more painful days than the last surgery, but this time they worked on 3 vertebrae instead of just the 2. So it was L4, L5, and S1. And L5 and S1 is where the compression was so bad that's what happened to my foot. So that is relieved. I'm starting to feel a little something, but it's also like when you're in recovery and you've had the surgery, like they tell you, like you might feel like pain in your calf or your foot when things start to wake up, and in your back, like when the nerves start talking to each other. And so like I've had a couple of days where it's like, I am on fire right now. So
wow.
Yeah.
So well, fun. I know you have a long road ahead of you, but so many people have been out there supporting you and sending you all the good juju.
I mean, it's definitely been overwhelming, and I thank you to everyone. It means a lot because it's really hard. I can't like do my job right now, or even like walk down the stairs is a challenge. So thank you to everybody who's been supporting me. Thank you to, like I said, Paul and Mark and Jay, who are keeping the business afloat right now and doing a great job. So
that's amazing. Yeah. Well, long road. You'll get there. Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there. We know you will. And it's just, I know it's work and it's scary and it's, but you're going to get there.
You can see in the back that little yellow thing hanging. My mom got me grabbers. So, because I can't bend over right now. Right. So one's a short grabber, one's a long. And I just like things. Thank you, Pam.
Yes. Pam says prayers for Claudia. Yes. Thank you so much. Well, while you're over there doing that, I'm over here pretending like I can't walk well.
Playing me.
I'm playing Claudia. I'm taking I'm playing Claudia. I am just outside Chicago in a place called Lincolnshire, It's the greater Chicago area. Lincolnshire, I'm doing In the Heights. This is my 4th time doing In the Heights. And there's something about this show that brings like just wonderful people to it. The casts are always like really special and nice, good people and talented. Like these motherfuckers can dance, which is fascinating to me.
But who's the one? There's always one.
I'm not going to talk about the one. But now, if anybody's watching, they're all going to be like, "Who's the one?"
No. I'm just starting shit.
Yeah,
but there usually is
stirring the pot. But no, it's a wonderful cast. Everybody's really great. But I am playing a grandmother, which does weird things to not only my mind but to everybody else's mind. Because as soon as I started putting on that wig and the enhancing my own lines, I'm not going to say I was adding lines. I'm just enhancing what I've got already. Let's face it, I'm old. And if this were the 50s, I would be a grandmother.
Yeah. Oh, me too. 100%.
Yeah. But it starts to make you feel old.
Really?
Yeah, it starts to make you feel older. And then I sometimes forget, like I'm doing all this physical stuff to try to, make myself seem older. And sometimes I forget to get that I don't have to be like that. And I'm like, oh my God, stand up straight. Stop shuffling. Like I'm shuffling when I walk. It's very weird. And then it does weird things to your brain. That's like starting to think like, oh, I can't. I'm like, no, yes, I can. I can do that. I can. Wow. And even a castmate the other day, she's like, oh, it's just, she started coming up and like patting me on the shoulder. And she's like, oh, she's like, you put the stuff on and I start to think you're feeble. And I'm like, like, me too. Hashtag me too.
Yeah. A rocking chair and
totally. It starts to feel like that. So it's a strange sort of phenomenon. And I'm not like, I've never been like a method actor or anything like that. But when you put yourself in it's sort of that thing where they tell you, even if you're not feeling it, smile or laugh because it starts to make your body react in that way. Well, I'm having sort of the opposite with that.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like that in general, right? Like if you are, say you're doing like a period piece and you are putting on like corsets and stuff, it makes you feel a way and you start to walk a certain way, like what you put on does affect you,
Yeah. Like it really does. We are happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a strange thing because I have, generally the roles I play are, around my age and, somewhere in that like 10-year span. So this is the oldest I've played and it makes you feel old. It makes you feel old. You forget that you're not that old.
Yeah. I will say like on my way out, they're offering me, they were like, would you like, I have to use like a cane or something when I'm walking. And they were like, would you like a walker or do you want to just use a cane?
I just spilled on myself. Sorry.
I was like, I'll just use a cane. Let's just.
Yeah, let's not go right to the walker.
Please, let's not go to walker yet. I'm sure it'll happen at some point, but.
Yeah.
And I blinged it.
Oh, you blinged it. Look at that.
Fancy. My PT nurse was like, oh, such a fancy cane. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk around.
Gotta use this thing. I'm gonna
some matte silver cane.
Zhuzh it up.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you actually did it. Mm-hmm. We joked about it.
It's just tape, though. It's really cool. It's like I've got an extra thing
in
case we need it for anything. But
you're gonna start doing it to everything. Yeah. Do it to like your TV remote.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So
but you had previews this weekend, you opened
we had previews this weekend. I'll be honest, I wasn't great. I've got some work still to do. Actually, I think a lot of us were experiencing some issues. Of course I always feel like I'm the worst, but we're fatigued. We're tired. It's when you go into previews, you are coming off all the heavy rehearsals, tech rehearsals, everything. And everybody's exhausted. Everybody's tired. So you can always hear like a little thing, like words that aren't coming out of your mouth right, or whatever it is. In my case, it's totally vocally where I'm like, you know, not singing great. And, you know, hopefully we get all that out of our system, and opening night on Wednesday night goes great. That's when the critics come.
You just need like you just need those, you know, couple of days or whatever, and then
that's what I'm hoping. And today's a day off. Thank God. We need it. Yeah.
Have you gotten to experience any of the delicious food the Chicago area has to offer? Because there's great food, but you've been crazy.
So I hear. I have not even been into the city yet. We have been to what people call Portillo's.
Yeah.
Not Portillo's. Because it's spelled Portillo's, but they call it Portillo's.
Portillo's, yeah. Good Italian beef?
No.
Oh, no,
when I was there. No.
I forget.
What did I have there? Oh, they had like a Beyond Burger. So, but my friends James and Rudy experienced more of their food, and James, his favorite thing is the birthday cake shake, which are famous apparently. They actually have a piece of cake in the bottom of the shake.
That's too much.
It'd be too much for me, but people love it.
Sounds delicious.
We found, Rudy and I on the first day of rehearsal found a nearby Mexican restaurant in a strip mall that turned out to be fantastic. So we've eaten there a few times.
Great. Yeah.
And then our other favorite place has been Taco Bell. Now, Taco Bell, many of you know, I love Taco Bell. I'm sorry. I say it out loud. I love it.
Who doesn't love Taco Bell?
So many people, it turns out. And some people are like, some people are team Del Taco instead.
Y'all, Del Taco puts mayonnaise on their tacos. No, thank you. I don't know what that is. It's disgusting. You people that like Del Taco,
yeah,
no.
So I'm a Taco Bell. I'm team Taco Bell. It's kind of like the Twizzlers Red Vines camp. I'm Taco Bell camp Taco Bell. And so my friend Rudy was eschewing the idea of Taco Bell, and like, that's disgusting. That's gross. And he's a chef, and you know, he is actually a chef. And we finally, James and I finally got him to try it. We're like, no, you got to try it. You got to at least eat this. He complained all the way. We're ordering, and he's trying to order, and we're like, try this. And he finally orders some things. He goes rogue and orders his own things. And then we get the texts.
Richard, that's because you're white.
You know what? Baja Fresh I'm into.
Baja Fresh into Del Taco. That's a hard pass.
Yes, but we have converted Rudy. Now he's always asking, when are we going to Del Taco?
Yeah. And I sent you those videos. I follow this Somalia now on TikTok who does like these fun pairings, and she did a whole Taco Bell series, and now she's doing Girl Scout cookies, and I'm like,
oh yes,
great.
Yes,
yeah.
It is a guilty pleasure, and I don't even feel guilty about it.
No, it's delicious. I love it. And I'm basic. I just get like the soft tacos.
I like a crunchy taco and a burrito, and sometimes a quesadilla, which blows everything that I'm, trying not to eat. But
Mexican pizza also. That's pretty good.
But what you gonna do? Yeah, I'm having a lot of sodium here.
That's great.
Yeah, but yeah, it's good. But I will eventually discover the city, and I've got some places I want to try out. Of course, one of them is a Mexican restaurant. That's supposed to be amazing. Look, you can take the girl out of Mexico.
I know. No, but there's good food everywhere there.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to try it. I will have people coming to town, so eventually I will try other things and go into the city, but it hasn't happened yet because I've been too nervous about everything.
Yeah.
But so here for a while. Here's till March. If anybody's in the Chicagoland area, come see the show. It's really a great show. It is unique. It's the first time I've done this in the round. I'm not sure how many times it's actually even been done in the round. I think only a handful of times. So, but James has done an amazing job. James is our director. And it's a great show. I think it's a really great show. And our audiences here are generally, I'd say, over 65. When you look out in the audience, it's a lot of white hair. Yes. Then there's a lot of explaining. We have gotten, during previews, they give people comment cards, and a lot of people say they couldn't understand it because of the Spanish. And like you guys, the show's in English. The show's in English.
It's in English.
With a couple of Spanish words. Like, that's really, it's in English. So if you come, just know you're going to hear a couple Spanish words, but it's in English. So don't stop listening when you hear the Spanish word.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, I feel like that show, damn this foot, because I wanted to go out and I wanted to go out and see it, but I feel like the show would really lend itself to being in the round, just because
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool because you really become part of the community.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. So I'm sorry you'll miss it as well.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe there'll be some miracle before March, and you'll be like, "I'm getting on a plane.
I could walk. I could walk again."
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else?
I put on a bunch of lipstick because I'm so dehydrated that it's like, please just put on lipstick.
Yeah. You got to make yourself feel like, I didn't do lines today. So, they're not as deep as I thought. Every time I come back and I've already taken the wig off, I'm taking my hair down, then I go into my bathroom for some reason. I forget that I've done the lines, and I'm like, oh God, I look like shit. And then I'm like, oh.
Did you watch Maestro yet?
I did. Yeah.
I just feel like
I watched it on a plane.
I didn't realize that they did old age makeup on Carey Mulligan at some points.
Oh, you didn't?
Because she kind of looked the same to me, even with that. Because she's got that white lady skin. God.
Don't say that. I hope you don't say that about me.
No, I wouldn't. You don't look like that.
To my face.
I wouldn't say it ever, because that's not what I think. But for her, she's just, she's got the white lady skin, and I didn't realize they aged her up, and I was like,
they did.
Oh, it looks the same to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I sort of feel like that, and I didn't care about his prosthetic, but I was like, I don't think he needed it. And then I thought, and then Sofia Vergara, she's in that I don't know if
the
it's
new
movie,
show,
Griselda.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, I was in like 4 or 5 hours of makeup, and I was like, why? You don't look that different. Like, no. Why did it take 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, I saw a clip of it, and I'm like, why did that? What?
Okay.
Well, people are getting paid.
It's true. That's
Those
true.
makeup artists
are getting paid. Makeup artists, yes.
Yep. So good. Nobody's paying me for it.
Equity.
Theater.
Yeah. Theater in general.
I made my bed. All right. I guess we should let people go.
Thanks for showing up and saying
hi, we'll try to do this again in the next couple weeks.
Because I'll be around.
Yep, Claudia's going to be home. And I'm going to start having days off. So, or days off where I feel like I can do something.
Yeah.
But thank you all for joining us today, and for checking in with us. And we will do this again because we love you and miss you guys. Oh, look, and just as I was saying that, Pammy sent that. All right.
Pammy,
thank you all. Adios.
And that is Spanish for goodbye.
Yes. Don't